Mom, true story. Michelle wanted Todd dead, and she was like, you know what? Come up with this brilliant plan. Like we swap fucking hits, and I'm thinking, yeah, right. Kind of, like if I actually ever even thought about something like that, that I would allow you to do the second pull on a job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. Not happening. But that bitch is a trip. Yeah, it's like this, Joan. You snap mentally, okay? No one does the things to kids that you did if they didn't, all right? And you were allowed to get away with it. And Fred was a monstrous fucking asshole. He was good at business. Or was he? You know what? True story. I saw what looked like a bum in a shabby car, and I commented on it, and Michael was like, don't judge a book by its cover. That guy has like 15, $20 million in the bank, something like that. He did time for a mafioso. He did his time, right? Took a case for him, all right? And they pay him back by little tips. And this guy was friends with my uncle. And it's like, wow, as an investment, Dan Quinn. Let's see. Andy and David Reva actually came up, okay, in the San Diego, hierarchy social structure. Is it true? Because they were my cousins and shit 10 years after I went there. That I was such a legend football-wise. They were still telling Danny Quinn war stories. And it's like, where the fuck, what happened? Well, you know what? I was sentenced to live life in a family from hell, okay? I get Rodney King in Miami. They're likening me to a White Ali, okay? I mean, Pat Burns is like uber pleased about the upside on the potential, money-wise and shit. And the cops fucking arrest me. I'm in perfect health, and when I'm released, I can't run for 6 months. I look like I'm the Elephant Man, okay? They fucked me up. And the doctor of the Miami Heat said, and this is when I was still in jail. They took me to see the doctor, and he said they hadn't torn the ligaments like that, but they sprained all the ligaments in my knee, and they tore the fascia from the bone. They were so vicious, all right? And when I tell my uncle that I wanted to get an attorney and sue like Rodney King, he was like, well, get a job, hire an attorney. And I'm like, you know, I tell you what, I look back many times on me saying no to Mark Brandon, Doris Reva. Mark would have had your fat, fucking, chubby, ugly, punk-ass bitch husband killed long before, you know what, he made all that money that you went and spent so quickly upon his death. I mean, it was like, bam, and you had a house overlooking the ocean. Oh, I bet you've been after him for a long time about that shit, huh? You know what? Uh, did you really love Fred Reva, Doris? Because I heard that one time when he was on you and inside you, that you checked your watch and said that you had an appointment and shit. Wow. Now my mom's gonna be like, what the fuck? And you know what? Maybe I have to check this one. Well, Diane's gonna be moving. She's gonna get a bigger house, and there will be a room in it for me, right? And what I'm gonna do is make pure H2O, and then her friend Donald's gonna drink it, and he's gonna come back to damn near perfect. And he's a fucked up wreck, okay? And it'll happen like magic. And then we're gonna adopt a cat that's cancerous, and I'm gonna bring that back too. And then you know what? Miracles gonna start to happen. I'll sign $1 billion loan, and what I'm going to do is start legally attacking asshole men all over the planet, okay, and shutting them the fuck down. It's what I do best. Oh, yeah. Tell you what, Dan Quinn has never pushed anybody around, ever. You name one motherfucking person out there that said I ever pushed them around, that I ever took more than what was due me, okay? Seriously. And I'm talking even in the dope trade, when dudes that were cool were getting a little sideways on fucking dudes that didn't really matter, and you know what? You could, okay? Not with me. I mean, there was a time when I had my hands behind my fucking back telling Glenn, JJ, the hottie that was on America's Most Wanted when the cops fucking kicked her door in and shit, right? Had my hands behind my back at Cisco's. And I said, you know what, man? We're not in the same weight class, and, I mean, I shouldn't have hit you and busted your fucking nose and shit and sent you careening into a pool table. And then if I really wanted to fight, I didn't say this, but if I really wanted to fuck you up, I would have fucking kept punching. But I just started patting you down, and I said, okay, where's your piece, Mike? Where's your piece? And you're like, I'm not Mike, I'm Glenn. And I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. And so I remember when I put my hands behind my back, And I said, you know what? Go ahead and take a shot, man. Don't hit me in the teeth, because you know what? At that time, they looked a lot better than they did now, right? Between Scott Smith uppercut and then a broken jaw at the what was it? The Embers and the Satin Lady. Yeah, I got hit with. Anyways, um, uh, yeah. Put it like this, Dan Quinn. Tell you what, in certain circles, even just in cage fighting, you know what? Dan Quinn walks on water. You know what? I mean, to some people, right? And it's ridiculous. Dan Quinn's a cool motherfucker. When Dan Quinn has money, he's gonna shut assholes all over the planet down. There will not be this turning your back on hurting women and kids and getting away with it. I'll tell you what, there's a new sheriff in town. You just don't know it yet. His name is Dan Quinn. And I'll tell you what, bitches, if you hurt a kid or you hit a woman, you better start packing your bags and changing identities. No shit.